You know, I've been involved in the beauty industry ever since I was a little kid. And when I came across body painting, I found my niche, and my career took off. I am Jen Seidel, and this is my story. I stumbled upon body painting. It was a fluke. I got this creative idea to paint myself as a cheetah and go and try to win a contest for money. I needed money at the time. And walked into this club and I felt like a celebrity. I couldn't take 10 steps without people splashing pictures constantly, and decided, all right, well, if it gets this much attention, how can I make it work and make me money? I don't really look for my models, my girls. They kind of find me.
The way I met Jen was I was laying on a sushi table naked, and she ate sushi off me, right? That's how we met.
All right, I'm gonna have you hold this.
It's kind of funny because people ask me all the time, especially when we're at events. They'll be like, you know, they come up and try to touch you. Like, is that real? How does it feel? Do you feel naked? Honestly, the first time, I felt completely comfortable.
The paint feels really good and like cool and everything, like on your skin, and just like walking around and like being, you know, basically like naked in public. It's liberating.
Body paint, it is on your body. There's no sizes, you know. I don't have to be a size 0 to fit into body paint. I just have to be naked.
They're not strippers, they're not gonna do lap dances, they're gonna walk around and they're gonna take beautiful pictures with all of your guests.
They're going to be touching you and smearing you all over the place. You've got to watch out for those wet hands. I know. Sweaty palms.
People always touch. The best is when someone comes up and puts their arm around you and they walk away and they've got like paint all over their arm. And it's like, well, we always tell people, we're like, we're not trying to be like skittish. We just don't want to mess your clothes up.
Sometimes, you know, they'll whip out the, oh, let me feel it. And, you know, they do a little this and, you know, they're like, ah, cool. I guess they get off on like, you know, having their one finger just, Women usually are just like, oh, can't believe you're doing that. Again, and yes. It's just, I think it's curious. People get curious. They usually don't press the line and they don't do that.
The difference between 99% of the work that I saw online and Jen's work was the level of detail. The shadowing that was in some of like a zipper that was painted onto someone, you really had to look deeply at it to realize that it was actually paint. I knew that that's what I had to have for this project.
Shooting with Clark and Olia was heaven for me. I could do that every day. Clark is just, I don't even like to call him a photographer. I think he's some kind of magician.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so far we just shot the background image for the composite. Painted a piece of sheetrock, hung it on the wall, brought in a shelf, put some kids' items on there, a little toy bank and some books. Got some 2x12s that's gonna look like a little shelf so that we can shoot her and then shrink her down to size. All right, Miss Olia. You've got to be completely limp, no life in you at all. The positioning is everything. We're trying to get her in the exact right position that's going to make her look like an actual doll rather than a lifelike human. So we have to get her to be as uncomfortable and unnatural as possible and make her look lifeless like a solid wooden doll. Oh God, yeah. It's a lot to think about. You know, you've got all the technical aspects of the shot, you know, trying to do the composite and get scales and everything just right, and then to work with something like this on top of it, it's another complication.
I really, really, really believed when I first started doing this that I was given a talent and I wanted to take it and put forth everything I had, but also be able to give back to the world. And so far I've got the Red Devils. With breast cancer, we did a Susan G. Komen. I did an Armed Forces Foundation, then the Casey Cares Foundation, to know that I'm a part of that over the years is huge for me. It's huge. You don't even realize it at the time because the day goes by so fast. You're painting, you're doing your thing, and then the girls get on stage and you're listening to these stories of these mothers who have these sick children, and me being a mother with children, I couldn't even imagine. To know that the girls are walking around with Casey Cares Foundation on them and the Rock and Roll Bash and being up there and helping them auction off all the items. To know that I'm a part of that, it makes me feel really good. It makes it all worth it.